Well, here we are. It's been a minute before I did my own content. Hi guys, welcome back to my tiny little channel, my TLC, also known as Tender Love and Care. I guess you would say from me to you. Happy New Year, happy 2022. It's been a challenge. As life usually is. It's been a challenge and a blessing all at the same time, creating content for my TLC last year, especially towards the from mid last year to the end, because of so many developments which I've been talking about. But I don't feel like repeating all that. I don't want to come on here and be like, oh, sorry guys, you know, I'm not able to, I'm sorry, I'm not consistent, I'm sorry. I can't keep apologizing. I either just have to show up or I don't. And if I do show up, just appreciate the content that comes out when it does come out. The major issues for me in terms of consistency for this channel has been time and discipline. I've had so many other things I'm focusing on. And then when I have free time to do TLC, that's the time now I'm taking to hang out with my friends, go out, relax, watch Netflix. But if I had the discipline to be like, no, tomorrow Saturday morning, waking up 8 o'clock, doing this content, and then I edit it, and then it's possible for me to be consistent, but I'm lacking in a little bit of discipline. Other than that, my Instagram is popping. Follow me over here. My handle is Jules_her. I'm gonna try my best to be consistent, you guys. I think I can do it. I just want to commit and just show up for myself. I'm just And for those who are still here with me, all 19k of you, wow, thank you. In 2 years, I think. Wait, 2020, 2021, 2020, yeah. So I'll be celebrating 2 years of my tiny little channel, I think around March or May 2022, and I already have almost 20k subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I love to create content and I love connecting with you guys. Now, I wanted this video to be a life update as I'm getting ready to leave the house to go back to my mom's house. Yeah, let's talk about that. I want to go visit my people today, so I'm getting all dolled up for them, but I'm like, will I really waste this my makeup just to go home? I should find a plan somewhere. Go hang out with people, and then go home. I don't know, I'm still figuring that out. Speaking of going back to my mom's house, obviously I moved out. I was still living in my mom's house. I didn't even know how much you guys, let me tell you, I posted one or two stories of me cooking and I got so many messages, like 100 of them. Jules, you moved out. Jules, congratulations. Jules. I'm like, Kwani, you guys were just waiting for me to to do the thing. I was like, ah! So I've already done my eyebrows, but I really want to get my crochet shading done because I don't have any makeup on other than here. And of late, all I've been doing is my eyebrows, and then I leave the house because my skin has been behaving. One day I'll tell you guys about my skincare routine. I've never done it, but this year I will. I have very acne prone skin and I never would be able to leave the house without having a little bit of foundation just to even out my skin tone, but nowadays I don't really need that and I am so happy about that. So now once I do the microblading, I don't even know if I'll be wearing makeup unless I'm coming in front of the camera or unless I'm going out. I feel so liberated. Like my face, we're doing good, boo. So usually after I do my eyebrows, I go straight into my eyeshadow. There's this eyeshadow base that I got that was recommended by one of my friends and makeup artist, Stephanie Cherono. This is P. Louise base and I got it in the color Rumor 3. I usually use this as a eyeshadow primer when I want to really, when I want my eyeshadow to really pop. Otherwise, I just use LA Girl as a primer slash base for my eyeshadow. I got this, I think, from Bandari Beauty. I think they also sold it to me, but wherever you buy your makeup, utapata P. Louise. There's a time they were out of stock, but I think now they're back. So yeah, guys, I did move out from home. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, but I was stalling because of a number of reasons. One being I was so comfortable at home, and there's so much space at my mom's house that I was taking advantage of the fact that when I came back from UK, I didn't have to live alone again, and I could save a lot of money, and that helps a lot. That helps a lot. The saving, I mean, because oh my god, I find it so hard. I should have done my eyes first before talking, because I can never talk when I'm doing my eyes. When I'm doing eyeliner, imagine I can't multitask. Usually I put the primer at the base here, at the base, just the eyelid, yeah, and then I do like this. I open and close so that it can go to the top, up above the crease, so I know where the eyeshadow, I want the eyeshadow to reach. It's just a thing I do. I don't know if other people do that. You know, I used to, there was a bunch of reasons why I didn't move out. One, I was trying to save as much money as possible, and two, I was so comfortable at home, and that's just the honest truth. Luckily, my folks are not the kind that look at you like, when are you moving out? When are you moving out? It was more like, why are you moving? Why don't you just wait till you get married? Why don't you just stay and save some money? Just stay, you know, that's how my day used to talk to me. So I used to feel like, okay, Missy Fukuzi, well and good. But then sometimes mom would say stuff like, when I tell her, Mom, I'm thinking of moving out, she's like, I mean, it's up to you, because, and then she said something like, what did she say? This one day she said, yeah, maybe you need to, so that you can be able to have your friends over. And of course, by friend, she means a man. Mom, hashtag single life, hashtag life in the single lane. Hey, Nairobi's the ghetto, you guys, fuck. So finally last year I was like, okay, I don't want to celebrate another birthday in my mom's house. I want to move out. And I just decided, I was like, I'm gonna do it. And so I did it, and I found this cute apartment in Westlands that I really like. It has its own issues because it's one of those old houses, but I love it. I love it. It is very different living on your own. For me anyway, this adjustment is big, because I have lived on my own before. I lived alone my entire undergrad and my master's. I lived alone half of it. The other half I lived with my aunt, and I really can't multitask. What eyeshadow am I putting? By the way, this is the Nubian by Juvia. You can get this from Jumia. So yeah, finally I got this place, and I was like, I'ma fucking do it. But I was hesitating a lot. I was like, oh, should I wait till next year? Now this year, 2022, and just like save more money. Thinking about my dogs. I'm like, I'm gonna leave my dogs behind. How will I know the dogs will be walked? Will they be eating the right food? You know, and then me and my mom, we talk a lot. So I was so scared to miss her. Sorry guys, I'm sweating because it's hot as fuck in Nairobi. And I have already put dew, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I was just like, oh, what's the difference of move? Because even where I live right now is not so far from our house. So I'm like, why am I moving out? Am I moving out because society expects me to move out by a certain age? I'm not being chased. My mom and my dad don't really, I mean, our house is pretty easy. There's no, I know I have friends who are like, oh, they had to move out because they don't get along with their mom, or they don't get along with their dad, or there's maybe a bit of tension at home. But I didn't have any of that. So at the end of the day, I've just moved out because it's time, it's expected of me. But if I could stay longer, I would have stayed for as long as I wanted, honestly. And funny enough, I have friends who don't live in, their parents don't live in Nairobi. They're not from Nairobi, so they live out of Nairobi, and the only reason they're in Nairobi is because of work. And those particular friends, when I was telling them, yeah, I'm moving out, they're like, why? If we had our folks' house in Nairobi, would not move out because it's so expensive living out of home. And I know I had them and everything, but I was like, nah, you guys, you know what, let me just do this thing. To be honest, I love it so far. It's different because I don't have the noise I'm used to in the house. Mom talking, dad saying this, my niece, you know, my brother when he's visiting. It's just like, it's me in this house. Just listen, it's so quiet. There's nobody here. I was thinking of getting a cat, but I don't want to have an apartment cat because I want my animals to be able to go outside and play in the grass and chase butterflies and come back inside. So I don't know, I'm scared of feeling lonely. That's a fear I have. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm scared of that. I can't lie. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm still connected to my family, and I have friends who live close by, so it's like, hey, what's up, what are you doing, you know? Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna do this other eye. I haven't even finished yet, but I want to do this other eye because I think for eyes multitasking is a challenge. So let me just do this eye, and then once I'm done with my eyes and I'm only left with my face, I will get back to this convo. Also, can I just say, I have missed creating my own content. I'm feeling so nice. Maybe that's why I'm sweating. I'm so excited. Oh dear. I was getting ready for something or someone, you know, that would be nice. But you know what, I'm getting ready for me. So the lashes I'm wearing today, this is Cara Beauty, focus, and I have these in it, wispy, WSP. These are wispy lash. I like them because they are very, very, very low key. Oh shit, I was supposed to get more lash glue, bloody hell. So I'm gonna cut the lashes till, like, sometimes I even cut halfway, so I just have the tail end of the lash wisping. So I'll just cut a little. I'll cut 1, 2, 3, 4. Done with the eyes. Let's get to the face and a little bit of chit chat. Can we do that? Right. Am I going to do a house tour? This is my bedroom, by the way. Am I going to do a house tour? Probably not. I didn't even do a house tour of my mom's gorgeous house. The reason I'm usually like apprehensive about that, me personally as Julia, is because, first of all, let me just tell you, before I got into this public space, public personality space, YouTuber, whatever, I was always like, yeah, I'm an open book. If you want to see my house, if you want to see my mans, if you want to see my bird, I'll post Kwani. See, you already know who he is. What, you already know where I live. This is the difference between living at my mom's house and here. They're just, it's just noise. But yeah, but then the more you grow in this space and the more like followers you have, you realize there's a lot of people who, it's a small fraction of the entire group of people who follow you, but there's a group of those followers who don't really give a fuck about you. All they're doing is looking at your life and, you know, using it to talk shit or to judge, or I don't know. And I wouldn't even call them haters. They're just neutral. They're just, you know, I don't know. And for a long time that I never thought I'd have an issue with, okay, so for example, like Kim Kardashian, remember her sisters always say like Kim was made for the limelight because she loves the attention, being talked about on blogs, whether it's good or bad, she just loves the attention, like she thrives in that space. And I thought I would be the same, but I realized I'm not. In as much as I'm very outspoken and I'm expressive and I like to connect with people, when it comes to my personal life or my private spaces, I usually feel like within my friends, I tell them everything. I'm like, yes, this is what this person did, this like Nairobi's the ghetto. But then when now outwardly, like to YouTube or whatever, I struggle a little bit with that. So because of that, I don't think I'll do a house tour yet, but it's possible that I will, because I love this space so much. It's such a beautiful house, and I might even move upstairs because the level I'm at is good, but I want more sunlight into the house. I'm very big on sunlight, and I have plants all over the house. So, oh shit, I have plants all over the house, and I want them to get as much light as possible. But I love it either way. I may or may not move, but other than that, I love my space. And maybe the more comfortable I get in my own space, I'll be like, yeah, bathroom, toilet, nini. But you'll probably notice some recurring themes, like my blue couch, which you've seen on my Instagram, the kitchen, you know, like I don't know, maybe even I didn't share as much because that house I was in before is my mother's house, not my house. So I can't be like, okay, this is our room tour, this is upstairs, this is the balcony, this is the TV room. You know, I can't do all that because I feel like I'm exposing my parents, and it's not what they've signed up for. You get what I mean? So yeah, may or may not, but I'm excited to have moved out. Another thing on my life update is that other than moving, like, wait, my battery is about to die. Just a second, let me change the battery. Okay, there's so much noise. Wow. Anyway, I was blessed to live in a quiet neighborhood before. And by the way, I live in a nice neighborhood. It's quiet, but still I'm like, gosh, there's so much. Apartment living and maisonette living is very different. Canon G7X. Can we focus? And we're back, guys. Where was I? Life update. Yes, so moved out. Love it so far. Fucking great to have friends over, pop in. I'm hanging out a lot more with my friends because they can just come in and go as they please. I'm like, if you're having a hard day, come in. But another thing is that I'm really looking forward to changing my lifestyle in 2022, because 2020 and 2021 COVID years, I feel like I had, because COVID changed so much, I just feel like, I don't know, I wasn't getting enough rest. Rest was a huge issue for me last year. I think because I was out a lot. And by out I mean hanging out with friends, going for parties, why I don't know. And I don't mean out in the club, because clubs were closed most of last year and the year before, but I mean like house parties. There was it was like, oh, we're so, I don't know, it's because tulikuwa tumefungiwa sana. Sasa we were just like, okay, house party, and I was just always feeling so tired, and then I also started a new job last year, so there was a lot of change that was happening. My schedule was changing, and then you see during COVID, because you don't have to be, now last year before I got this job, because of COVID, you don't have to like leave the house by like 6-7 in the morning to get to the office. You can sleep until 8-9. You end up staying out late more on weekdays, which was not my thing. I never used to like go out, cocktails with friends or anything up until like Friday, Saturday. But I noticed 2022, last year and year before, it was easy for me to be like, oh, I'm at a friend's house, because I used to be in friends' houses a lot. Obviously, because I lived at home, I couldn't have all my friends come to my house. I was always in their houses, then I'd go home, always. So because of that, you're there, like, okay, fine, let's do this. Yeah, by the time you're getting home, it's 11 p.m. And then you're trying to wake up by 5-6 to still get the same amount of work. 5 is too early, but I mean like 6-7 done. Whereas before, weekdays you will never find me, before COVID, weekdays you'd never find me anywhere other than the gym after work, either the gym or home. But that went out the window a long time. So and because of that, I feel like I haven't been feeling well rested. It's only this year, this January, that I've been feeling well rested, because I've been home, and I'm prioritizing rest. So I wanted to talk about my 3 highs and 3 lows of 2021. Yes. Now guys, I'm gonna start my foundation by applying primer onto my face. I have 2 favorite primers. My first favorite primer is this mattifying makeup primer by Rimmel London. You can get this from, I think I bought this from 25th Hive, or you can get it from Bandari Beauty. There's so many shops online. I cannot vouch for their originality, authenticity. All I know is it's a risk sometimes in Kenya buying makeup and skincare products. I would drink money for real, money the fake. Alternatively, you can buy online like on Amazon and ship using partners like Shop and Ship. Love Shop and Ship. Love them, love. They even have this, if you ever call them and you're on hold, they have a rap song. They have like a jingle. You shop, we ship. I was like, okay. And then there's Savo Store. I've talked about the differences between Savo Store and Shop and Ship in terms of shipping on I think on an over 25 episode where we talked about our favorite apps. So you can go there, or if you want me to talk about it more here on my tiny little channel, let me know in the comments below and I will tell you about shipping in things from abroad, because a lot of my stuff I ship in a humidifier. My what? You guys are like, where did you get that? I'm like, Amazon. Where did you get that? Even my bottle of drinking water, this one. So anyway, back to my primer. This is Rimmel London's primer, and I like that it's mattifying because I have very oily skin. And then we have my gem of, or what do you say, holy grail of primers so far in my life. This is by Mehron Makeup Skin Prep. Guys, this was recommended to me by our makeup artist. Her name is Daisy. She used it on my face once and I was like, what did you use? Can I buy it? I think she also shipped hers, so I bought this from Amazon and I had it shipped to Kenya using Shop and Ship. Guys, this primer is life. It's liquid. This one is like lotion. So I'm gonna apply this primer. This primer is like when you want your makeup to stay on the whole, yani in the evening, at night, after like been having makeup for 10 hours, when I look at myself in the mirror, yes, I don't look as freshly done as I would do when I'm leaving the house, but oh, so much eyeshadow, but my makeup still looks so good. It looks so good, like it's still in place, like it was in the morning. It hasn't moved, and you know. So if you're looking for long stay, I would recommend this. It is a little bit mattifying, like quite mattifying. If you use a lot, you'll feel your skin is tight. So because of that, I don't use it every day, and I use this one, which I feel doesn't dry my skin out. This one is just for special occasions, and since it's my first video of 2022, fuck yeah, it's a special occasion. I do have dry patches around here and here, so I avoid those areas when I'm using harsh products. That's it. That's how I apply my primer. It's a bit white over here because I have foundation. I mean, I have a sunscreen underneath, but that'll blend in no time. So about my highs and lows of 2022, as we're doing this life update, I'll start with, should I start with the ups or the downs? I think I'll start with the downs so that we can end on a high. My 3 downs of last year were poor rest, and I think I've already talked about that. I really want to prioritize self-care and resting and exercise. I haven't exercised in so long, you guys. It's ridiculous. And I used to be such like a gym rat. So I want to try and take more time for myself, because I've been putting a lot of other things and other people before my needs, because doing those things with other people, it's for me, it's a form of self-care. I didn't want to be isolated when guys are during COVID. Hey, there was a deep desire to connect with people, so I was always out of the house, out and about. Another low is mental health. So anxiety. I have mild anxiety, which sometimes when things are not doing well, it's coupled up with depression, but I wouldn't even say I have depression because I'm able to pull myself out of it, even for the anxiety. Never really taken meds. I have been prescribed for meds once, but then I was just like, bruh, I can handle this. That's not what I'm saying you should do. If you're told to get an anti-anxiety medication, take your medication, but I didn't trust the doctor. Let me just say, I didn't trust the doctor's diagnosis, and I've talked about this before on my channel. I didn't trust his diagnosis. He only met me when we sat down once. Then the second time I went to his office, he's like, okay, we're giving you medication for mild anxiety and mild depression. I was like, I don't need meds. I want talk therapy. That's what I need. I need somebody to give me tools to hack this life, man, because it's just I was just feeling overwhelmed by life. you know. And my anxiety, even, I don't think it's, I've talked to people with proper anxiety who get frequent panic attacks and their heart is racing even and just sitting down and chilling. I don't have that, but I know I'm at risk. I'm high risk because I get anxious about things quite often, and that's all I can say about that. So another low for me is that anxiety is still an issue. Yani, sometimes I'm just like, if there's anything I can take out of my life, it's just that, because it's like it's a baseline in your life. You can be chilling, like even now we're talking, but I still have that feeling of anxiety, and there's nothing that I can tell you I'm anxious about at this point in time. One of my therapists called me a perfectionist. I was low-key offended. I'm like, I'm not a perfectionist, because if I was, everything would be perfect. Anyway, yes, that's another low. Anxiety is still an issue, and I wish I could just go back to like when I was like 7 years old, when I never used to feel any anxiety and I was just happy all the time. Adulting is so annoying. That's not COVID. Another low, which is my final low, I'm just gonna do 3 highs and 3 lows, is losing a good friend of mine. A good friend of mine, I would even say he was kind of like an ex, because at some point we used to have a thing, actually for 3 years, but it was never official. Guy, youth. And he passed away in 2021, and that was a blow for me, because this person was larger than life. It's especially, I don't even want to go back so much into it because I want to honor his memory, but that was a low for me. It just made me realize how life is short, because I was like, how can this guy die? What? He's the one who, by the way, the first camera I ever bought for over 25, he loaned me the money, and then I had a payment plan. The camera and the laptop for editing, everything. I wrote him a proposal. By that time we were not dating, but you know, he had money, so I was like, bro, can you just help me out? And I gave him the breakdown. There was a whole proposal. I even found the email. After he passed away, I had to look for that email. And then he's like, I'll loan you the money, but you give me 18% interest. I was like, 18%? The banks are not even doing, they were like at 11 or 12 at that time. And he's like, because you're high risk, because there's no collateral, you're high risk because we used to date, so you can take this money and run away, and even if you don't pay me, there's nothing I can do. So like, it's not, because my folks know him, he's like, it's not like I can come to your mom and say, Sarah owes me this amount of money. So I think we got to like, we negotiated down to 15 or 16%, something like that. And then, because I never used to make a lot of money at the time, I used to pay him a bit of money every month, like 8K a month, until the nini was sorted, the loan, and I finished paying for it that year of COVID in October. So all this time I've been, you know, he was there, and at the time he didn't even know what YouTube was. He's like, what's this thing? Because he was a bit older. Bruh. And then when we started blowing up, he's like, hey, so now can I get credits when you people are written about in the newspaper? I'm like, my nigga, you didn't even believe in us, but thanks for the support. So yeah, losing him was such a big blow for me. He's on my mind so many times. Sometimes I just find myself crying because I remember the things we used to fight about. I'm like, why are we even fighting about that shit, man? But the one thing I'm grateful for is that by the time he passed, we had such a good friendship. We told each other I love you every time we spoke on the phone. It was not even romantic at that point. I would check up on him, he'd check up on me, ask about my folks, ask how I'm doing. Sometimes when he was feeling like he needed somebody to just go have a drink with, he'd call me when he's around my area. Sometimes I'd go, sometimes I wouldn't. So we were good friends, and I am grateful for that. You know those things when they say if don't hesitate to tell the people you love them. I'm glad I didn't hold back with him, because we loved each other. It got to a point where we cared for each other. I even used to meet the people I'm dating and vet them. For me, like I'd go somewhere where I know he is with the guy I'm interested in, and then I tell him, Abu, just suss this guy out, you know, because he had my interests at heart, and he'd be like, yeah, or I don't know, I need to see him again. And you know, I trusted him. Now let's get to the highs. There were many highs in 2021. First one obviously is moving. That was a high for me. I didn't want to celebrate another birthday at home. I was like, the next time I'm celebrating my birthday, I want to be in my own place and see what that feels like. So moving out was a big high for me. Showed you obviously the things I'm worried about. I'm scared of being lonely. I don't think it's natural for humans to live on their own. Personally, maybe it's because I'm an ENFJT, extreme extrovert, and I love connecting with people. I think people need to live in groups. I think people need to live in communities, and I don't mean living in one house, but at least have a community. So living in apartments alone, this modern day, me honestly, I think that's why people have a lot of mental health, because they are not connecting with people. They're just in their houses alone watching Netflix all day, smoking weed because they're lonely. Not gonna be me. Another high is more work. I was grateful for last year because I was very busy, and obviously very busy means more money. Very grateful for that. I was able to meet my financial goals for the first time in my life, but also for the first time in my life, when I was setting my financial goals, I didn't have any resistance about the number I set. Usually I'd set a goal that is so big that was in my subconscious, I didn't believe it. Oh my god, I actually need to do my vision board before February, because I've already created my vision board in point form, but I want to do a visual one where I can stick up and every day I see it. But actually I did a video about vision boards. Watch it over here so you can see how to create a vision board, how I created my vision boards, and I think it's helped. There's a time I'd given up on vision boards. I was like, this is utter and complete bullshit, and it's just setting you up for disappointment. But now I'm like, do that shit. Whatever you put there, it has to be something that's believable, because your subconscious really drives a lot of your behavior. Do that shit. Another high was over 25, getting to 100k subscribers on YouTube. Whoop whoop. Obviously, as you know, if you get to 100k, you get a plaque from YouTube. I believe our plaque is going to arrive next week, sometime next week. I don't know when that will be by the time I publish this, but we're gonna get our I think it's a silver plaque, our 100k plaque. So yeah, that was a big high. Those are 3, but I'm gonna add one more just for the sake of it. Another high for me 2021 is that I had such love in my life. My love life was yummy. It was good. We're not getting married, but whoever was there at that time, I remember just thinking, oh wow, it feels nice. So I felt nice. And yeah, that's all I can say for that. Now I look forward to what this year has in store for me, especially in finances and just leveling up, motherfucker. What do I look forward to in 2022? I look forward to more money, more love, and I mean love also relationship wise, and also love with family and friends, connection, just having nice, you know, just healthy love, just feeling like you have love all around you, you know. And I look forward to more spiritual alignment. I know you're gonna ask what products I've used. My foundation is MAC. I've never found a foundation that has the same coverage as MAC. For me, I just love it. And the color I use is NW47. I know there's a bunch of you who ask in my DMs, what color do you use? Because we're the same shade, NW47. And then for my under eyes, sometimes I use NW45 because it's lighter. But when I really want that kahalo look, I use LA Girl. Oh, this one I use the light one. I use LA Girl either in toffee or in fawn, but mostly toffee. Today I used fawn, so it's very light under my under eye, so I need to come back and blend this properly. But yeah, and then for baking I use black opal. I'll check the color just now. Nowadays I don't bake. I don't use a lot of product when I'm baking, very little, because I like my makeup to look as natural as possible. I don't contour my nails, it's not really my thing. Maybe one day. You guys, I am obsessed with not Shop New Level. It is Shop New Level. Nancy Moy's collection, lip collection. Guys, I've complained for so long how there are no colors, nude colors for dark women. But I'm wearing such a bright top. I'm wearing a yellow dress. So I'm wondering if I should do red lipstick or just keep it neutral. I think I'll keep it neutral. Okay, so I'm gonna start with morning after. Oops. Don't fall down now there. Okay, I'm not sure if we were recording, but this is the lip color. This is morning after. I can leave it like that because I think it's perfect. I don't usually overline my lips, but today I have. It's very interesting, this overlining. And then I'm going to use, which one should I use between these two? I'll use Sugar Baby over here just to get a nice curve pop. I could leave it like this, by the way. Oh, this is bright as fuck. I want to do this. Let's see. Yeah, I think I prefer Send Nudes. Send Nudes has less red in it. And then I just take a lip, just a normal, like a brush to blend. And that's it for my lips. Okay, I need to carry these two in my handbag so that in case I need to reapply, I can reapply. I want to do a little bit of highlights. I will be using Wet n Wild Mega Glow. And then I don't know if I should do. No, I usually see Stephanie Cherono, who I just love her makeup. She puts some True Beauty spots. I try today. I think that's enough for me. And my final product, guys, this is another one of those things I shipped in from Amazon. This is Urban Decay All Nighter. It's a setting spray. By the way, I barely use setting spray. I do have I have so many other setting sprays. I also have Maybelline's Lasting Fix, which is good. But this, I just feel like there's a difference. Sometimes I'm not sure if these setting sprays work. But anyway, Urban Decay would recommend. Ooh. Yeah, and we are all set. This is my final look for today, for this Saturday afternoon that I have nothing to do. I actually have a lot of work, but I mean I have nothing leisurely to do, so I'm just gonna leisurely hang out in my house, all dolled up, maybe call a friend or two to come over, we chill, order some pizza, watch some Issa Rae, or watch some Love Island, have some drinks, some Gordons, you know. It's such a nice sunny day, so a nice G&T with cucumber and a lot of ice would be perfect. Shameless plug, I do work with Gordons and I actually enjoy Gordon's London Dry Gin. That's probably gonna be the plan for today. Guys, if you've made it this far into my video for today, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel over here. Once you subscribe, if you want to be notified anytime I upload a new episode, especially because I'm a bit sporadic with my content in terms of publishing, just hit that notification bell and then you'll get a little ping every time I upload a new episode. If you have anything to contribute to this conversation, please leave your comment in the comment section. If there's content that you want me to produce or to do, Mimo is coming back, which is me in my opinion, where we have you guys send in questions around love and relationships, wellness or beauty, and I address them from my opinion, usually by myself, but sometimes I have a guest. So if you wanna do that, just send an email to mytinylittlechannel@gmail.com. I do have somebody who helps me go through their emails, and then we just kind of pick what we can address. I know there's a backlog of emails from my tiny little channel for Mimo, so I will start with those ones. Y'all subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, share. if you care to share this episode with somebody that you think might benefit from it, or somebody who you think doesn't know Jules has her own YouTube channel, just send them this page and they'll subscribe. I'll see you guys here next time. I pray that you have an amazing 2022 that is filled with growth, acceptance, love, joy, and abundance. Hey, see you guys later. Bye.